Well, I think one of the major ways that I can think of that news media has changed is that it's not necessarily covering sex as an informational thing all the time. One of the things that we see in news a lot is coverage of sexual scandals, which is something that typically this was, your sleazy tabloid coverage, but like legitimate, so-called legitimate news now will cover sleazy sex scandals, whether that's for people who are in the entertainment field or politicians. That gets so much coverage. And so it's not necessarily like informational in news that we need to know the availability of birth control, how much STDs might be spreading or something like that, but it's this more salacious sex scandal stuff that gets covered. Scholars of news media, so journalist scholars of journalism, have talked about this a lot, and kind of the conclusion that most have come to is that news doesn't tell us what to think, as a lot of people may think, but they tell us what to think about. So they don't really set the agenda in that we are that we're just putty in their hands, we're empty vessels waiting to be filled or something, but they do kind of set the agenda about what it is that we're talking about. So in that sense, yes, that there is quite a bit of an influence, more that they're directing our attention in a particular way when perhaps we shouldn't be thinking about certain things or talking about certain things. But not in that we are completely helpless dupes. In that sense, I don't think that they control us that way, which is the way that a lot of people, I think about the media.